to MNC Fitness. Today we're doing meal prep. Everybody has been asking about meal prep. So I have two kinds today. I have somebody I'm prepping for who's bulking, and I also have mine, which I am not bulking at this time. As you can see, I'm bulk. That's enough for me at this time. So I'm cutting right now. So in fitness, you always do like bulking and then cutting, bulking and then cutting if you want to be, like a little bit like built up. So the number one thing that you always have to do is write down your menu, that you know what kind of food you want to eat. So if you're doing fish, if you're doing chicken, whatever protein you're doing, you know what carbs you need and all that stuff. So if you're cutting, you reduce the carbs. If you're bulking, you increase the carbs, and make sure that you always know how much protein you need. All this stuff you can find on my Fitness Pal. It is not sponsored. This video is not sponsored. I'll repeat again. So my Fitness Pal will show you like how much, you put in your weight and height, and it'll tell you how much calories you need in a day, and then it'll tell you how much protein, everything. Like it'll tell you everything that you need. So use that app. I use it all the time. If I'm trying to bulk, I know I use it to tell me if I'm bulking. If I am trying to cut, it will tell me like how much calories I need. So today I am prepping meals, two kinds of meals. So for somebody who's bulking and somebody who's cutting, remember to always create time to prepare your meals, especially if you're trying to stay fit, if you're trying to stay healthy. We're parents, sometimes we start eating what our kids are eating, and sometimes we don't have time. So create time. If you have to prepare everything the night before and then cook the next day, that's fine. If you have to cook when your kids are in bed, make time. You always have to make time for yourself. Your health is very important. For you to be here to raise those kids, for you to be here to have that family, you have to make sure that you're taking good care of yourself. So make time for yourself. Remember to always marinate your food. Marinate your food. That's a very, very important point. The reason why I'm saying that is because sometimes we eat food that is just, you're on a diet, that you're just eating cottage cheese and bread and stuff like that, and it doesn't work. It wouldn't last long. It's just for 2-3 days and then you're tired of it. But if you marinate your food, make your food taste good, then guess what? Every single time that time comes to eat that meal, you're excited because it tastes good. Lots of veggies is very, very important. Lots of veggies. And always make sure that you use very little oil. I'm going to use my lovely virgin extra olive oil. I have very little, and mind you, it's gonna cook a lot of food. So use very little oil. Marinate your food. If you like spicy food, don't be scared to put that chili. Don't be scared to make it spicy. Eat your food the way but just make sure that you're eating the right amount of calories. Make sure that you're marinating with the right kind of marinade, so you're not using so much sodium. And make sure that you're always, always, always drinking plenty of water. So throughout the day, the more water you drink, the better, because it makes you full, makes you not consume so much calories. And at the same time, water is very good for us. So we are ready. I have forgotten one thing, the veggies. So let me get it out of the fridge. Okay, so I'm going to twist my camera around and I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do. So I have a mixed veggies. We're going to do mixed veggies with broccoli right there. Hopefully this camera is going to work. Okay, so we're going to do broccoli in there. We have some scallions, onions over there. We have some peppers, like yellow pepper, green peppers, and all that kind of stuff. Make sure that you make your food look, the color looks good. We're gonna do some chicken. I always put bread on top of the sweet potatoes because I prepared this last night. And the reason why I do this is to prevent the sweet potatoes from discoloring and having like a bad color. So you can see it maintains its color. So there you learned a new trick. I have fish and I have some tomatoes And we got a bunch of spices, chili powder, ground turmeric. This adds color, so, very little, like 0 to none calories. Adds color to your food, makes your food look so good. This Old Bay I use for fish. This is really good for fish. Spanish paprika, as you know, they always say Spanish paprika, it don't taste nothing, but it adds color to food. Himalayan, like pink salt, this is very good stuff. And this you can use as salt in your food, and it's good. Lemon pepper, because I'm gonna do a little bit of fish. I do lemon, the chicken and the fish. And this is the African cayenne pepper, and it's very spicy. Love that stuff. So we're gonna start. Always remember, have your containers for when you're meal prepping. This I have like a bunch. I have like 50. So if I'm meal prepping, I'll prep meals for 5 days and just stick them in the fridge, grab and go, and that's very easy. And then last but not least, I have eggs. I'm gonna boil them. This eggs are gonna be for my salads. Sometimes I'm gonna do egg whites only with no yolk for breakfast, and that's why I boil them. It's easier to cook and stuff like that. So there we go. We're gonna start marinating the meats. Throw them in I'm gonna use a pressure cooker because I have to go to work, so that can cook fast. I'll show you how I'm gonna marinate that. I'm gonna boil some eggs real quick, and this meal prep will be done sooner than later. And at the same time, since I'm doing it for a client who is bulking, I am gonna do white rice. So we'll do white rice with all this stuff. So let's get cracking. So we boil this, we boil the veggies. Remember, we don't need that much oil in this stuff, so we boil the veggies mostly. And let's do this. So I'm gonna try and twist my camera so I can show everything that I'm doing. I'll put this away. First things first, I'm gonna wash my hands. Then always remember when you're doing meal prep, always remember to always have like all your stuff ready to go, especially if you're doing it fast. So I always wash everything, especially during this time. I wash everything. It doesn't matter even if it came in a packet or anything, it has to be washed. That's very, very important. So I make sure that I wash everything, so that way I don't have to deal with the COVID-19. So this, sometimes you can buy frozen veggies. Don't be scared to buy them. It's good, there's no difference. But always remember, when you buy the mixed veggies, the corn is a carbohydrate, so watch for that. It's so frozen. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of this, because this has very little it has very little calories. There we go. So we're gonna boil that with some water. Go. Pan. We're gonna boil the eggs next. Gonna put the eggs next, and then and you see how fast meal prep is if you plan well. Like, it's really, really easy. It's not that hard, you know. Boil some eggs. It's hard to find the eggs right now, so let me show you you boil enough that you know you're gonna eat and not waste them. So I do. So eggs are boiling. We've already put in the veggies. Next, we're gonna deal with the meat. We're gonna put this aside here. And this is my pan for the pressure cooker. I might bring the pressure cooker here so I can show you guys how we're doing. So basically what I'm gonna start with is I put a little bit of onions on there. If you're using just a regular cooking pan, it's okay. Remember, you can always bake your chicken, but my client right now likes it this way because he's gonna have it with the rice. So that's why I'm doing it this way. It's so hard to maneuver this camera. So a little bit of scallions, onions, just a tiny bit in there, because the pressure cooker is gonna do the job. I'm gonna do a little bit of yellow and green peppers together. Yum yum. And then that's how my pot looks like to begin with. This is for the chicken, remember. And I'm gonna leave a little bit for the mixed veggies. So there we go. Let me bring. We're gonna measure our olive oil, and I'm gonna use just 1 tablespoonful, and that's it. Do not overuse the oil like when you're doing. I guess I don't have that much strength. So here we go, and that's it. So that's all we need just for suiting that onion, and that's all you need. You don't need that much. So put this in the fridge. I'm gonna create space for the we're gonna boil the sweet potato stew. So that's all we need to do. Put a tiny bit of, I'm talking about very tiny, sometimes even no salt, and that's very good. So I'm gonna boil this stew. You see how it's easy to meal prep. Mostly it's boiling, broiling, and baking. Bake. So here we go. Bring my pressure cooker over here, and we're gonna start with, I'm using this because I don't have that much time. So I'm gonna put this in there. I'm gonna seal it. I can never close it. Sometimes it takes me a minute. Oh, come on. There. All right, I'm gonna start with sauteing the onions. So there we go. We've already done our onions and the green peppers and red bell peppers. So there we go. Next, let's work on this sweet potatoes. We're just gonna boil them. Okay, and then throw this soggy bread away, and you see my sweet potatoes, how lovely they look like. So that's what happens when you put bread overnight. It keeps the color of it. Any potatoes you cut them. Rinse them off. And here we go. I always lay out the big ones in the bottom, and then the other ones on top. Do not overcook them. Remember, you just boil them a little bit because you're gonna be warming your food up every single time you grab a meal. So remember to not overcook them. Just cook them a little bit. It's called al dente, not so soft. hard a little bit, so that way when you warm them up, they become soft. Do not, I'm not gonna put salt in this because I'm cutting, so. Sweet potatoes boiling. So now, let's deal with the meats. Oh, wait, I forgot to boil the last one. Broccoli! We have so much boiling to do. And we're gonna, you know what? No, I'll do this because this is gonna take a minute. This is not even hard to do. So first, I'm gonna cut up my lemon. Oh, did I touch the screen? It's a shadow. Okay. Okay, so cut the lemon and I have my lemon squeezy here, and I'm gonna start with the chicken because I have the pressure cooker going. So a little bit of chili powder. Hopefully it's gonna be clear. Chili powder. We're gonna put a little bit of Spanish paprika just to add color. This doesn't taste anything, the Spanish paprika, but it's very colorful. You know, you want your meat to look colorful. You want very little sodium in your food, so anything that is organic and very nice, like turmeric, is very good for your health. This stuff is the bomb. Add it on there. We need quite a bit of Spanish turmeric.
Mommy.
Yes, Mama.
Mommy, this is an exercise home.
That's an exercise home? Thank you. That's very nice of you. You built me a little bit of lemon stuff. And our salt now, the garlic seasoning salt, like Himalayan pink. So we're gonna add this. This is like our salt, but this is more healthy than regular salt. Some people strictly use this, they don't use anything else. And then last but not least, we're gonna squeeze in a lemon. This lemon is so big, I don't know if it's gonna fit in here. Hopefully so. We're gonna squeeze in some lemon juice. If you put lemon in your chicken, I'm telling you, ooh, delicious. And even your kids can eat this meals, you know, healthy, good. And a little bit of cayenne pepper, like this African cayenne pepper, so it's spicy, so don't mess with it. If you don't like spicy, you can always you know I'm doing a video? Oh, nice of you, man. How did you know? Smaller. And you can always marinate your meat the night before. I just wanted to show you guys how to do it. I cut up the meats in small pieces. This is for somebody who's bulky. And I'll do another meal prep to show you guys strictly on how to do a cutting meal where you just bake everything. So, but I'll still bake the fish. So I'll show you guys how to do that. I'm gonna add a little bit of color and make it look so yummy. As you can see, it looks very tasty. So, going to leave this here aside. Before I do the chicken, I am gonna check on my camera stopped earlier, so I don't know if I'd shown you guys the fish. So this is how the fish ended up looking like. Yeah, I'm gonna stick it in the oven. So I think the camera stopped for a little bit there. So there we go. And we're working on our chicken. Oh, I forgot to squeeze some lemon on my fish. And oh, I only have a little space in this kitchen. There we go. Set that aside. I will take the camera around and show you guys. So my chicken right there is still gonna go in there. So here we have the sweet potatoes still boiling. I've got my eggs going, and I got my mixed veggies. So there we go. And in the end, we're gonna cook the rice in the rice cooker, which is the pressure cooker. It's 13
Mommy,
minutes.
how much stuff do you need to bake?
A lot of baking, Mom.
What?
Here, take this with you, and then let me get you this.
Have a paper towel.
Hmm?
Have a paper towel.
Put those one over there where these guys are sitting. Yes, you can have a drink of time.
Okay.
Here, then come back. Alright. So, we're gonna check on this. I don't want it to burn, so I'm gonna relieve the pressure. There we go. Lovely, lovely, yummy. So, tomato always make them stick to the bottom. I don't know why, but since we're gonna store in the chicken, and this is a lot of meals. This will prepare like 10 to 15 meals like chicken. So, put a little bit of water in there. And that's done. So there's the chicken. I'm gonna let it simmer. See how the color is wonderful. Very beautiful color. That's what you need. Very low calorie, very 0 to 9 fat, you know, because I only did 1 tablespoonful of fat, of oil, I mean. So there we go. And we're going to let that simmer. And I think I will log off and come back when I have the chicken ready, the fish ready, and almost everything ready. We're going to fry some scallions with this and that for the mixed veggies with 1 tablespoonful of oil. That's all you need. 1 of this. Don't fry with too much oil. So I'm gonna make it maybe a little bit spicy. I like spicy food, so. And I'm gonna boil my broccoli. So I will log off. Let me work on the eggs. I think the eggs are ready. And I will see you back in a second. Okay, so I'm back, and as you can see, my lovely eggs ready, sweet potatoes ready, and the fish is ready. I'm still working on the broccoli. What I do is I just steam the broccoli, add a little bit of salt, and then that's it. Actually, it's done. Make sure you don't overcook it, like you just leave the stems a little bit hard. That's good. So I'm gonna add just a little bit of, pour the water out, a little bit of salt, and that's it. I don't do anything else with the broccoli. I like eating it like that. And then here's my mixed veggies. I am gonna fry this with the scallions, tomatoes, and the peppers. I'm gonna use 1 tablespoonful of olive oil, and that's it. So let's check on our chicken here. I don't know, it might take a while because in the meantime, I am gonna start my next veggies. This is your good friend right here. This to measure stuff, and this very nice. So make sure you invest in this. You know, like cups and measuring, and that these are like your golden things when you're prepping your meals, because you want to measure how much oil you're using. You can measure this for salt, you know, tiny bit of salt, you know, that kind of stuff. So let me start the mixed veggies. I think the chicken is done. We're just gonna check on it. I will show you how I fry the mixed veggies, because I see sometimes people put a lot of stuff in it. I'll just put curry powder. I think it's not ready yet. Still has more steam. There. And there's our chicken. It looks delicious and it's very tender. So this is good. This is gonna go with rice, and it's gonna go with we are doing rice, mixed veggies, and this. And this is like basically a serving is very little. You'll see when I start serving it. So there we go. I don't know why my camera is focusing there instead of here. So there, that's how the chicken looks like. It's ready, it's done. Get it out, and then I'm gonna start the rice. So I'm preparing meals for somebody who's bulking, so he's gonna do the rice, but I am not doing any rice. I am just gonna do a little bit of sweet potatoes, more veggies, and fish for the next 5 days. So I'll show you guys when it comes to time for you know, like serving. So I'm gonna fry some onions. This lovely camera here. This camera is new. I'm still learning how to use it. So my water as usual. Yeah, I finished this 1.5 in a day. So 1 tablespoonful of oil, just 1. So all meals we have all the meals we prepared today, you've noticed that we've only used 3 tablespoonfuls of olive oil, 3.5 because we use some on the fish. So that's how you like, just to brown the onions. That's all you need. You don't need a lot of oil, because when you're cutting or when you're even prepping for bulking, make sure it's healthy meals. So make sure you don't use a lot of oil. So there we go. And then in the end, we're gonna add some tomatoes. And then we're just gonna put the mixed veggies on there, and so, and let this fry. It looks like, oh, no oil, but it works. It works. So very little oil, very little sodium. Make it spicy. It tastes like it has sodium. And I use curry powder on this. I rarely use Royco. I used to use Royco, high sodium, not very healthy for you. So that's why I use curry powder. So let me empty the meat out of the Instant Pot, and then I'm gonna start the rice. So he is doing rice for 5 days. I think it's 2 meals, and some other meals will have sweet potatoes instead of rice. Okay everybody, I'm back and I am done cooking. As you can see, there is our lovely, let me see if you can focus further there. Focus. It's so hard to film yourself out meal prepping. If I had a video person, it'd be nice. Okay, so we will serve the chicken. So I take, this thing is so cool, you can dismantle it. See, like take the cap off. So half a cup of chicken for this person, and we just lay it out. Make sure you don't overserve. So all meals are equal. And this is for the person who's bulking. This is gonna go with the rice. There we go. You see how delicious it is? Low calories. Because we use very little fat. Not fat, I mean oil. Why do I keep saying fat? Oh my god. Anyway. There. See, like it's served almost, it's gonna serve almost 10. It's gonna be like meals for 5 days, 5 to 6 days actually. Even more, so there we go. So we laid out the chicken. And now we're gonna do the veggies. Remember, your veggies is more. So the veggies. Oh, your plate always has to have more veggies than carbs. So more veggies for this person. Veggies is good for you. You can see I've already done how many meals so far. This is 6 meals, so it will serve up to 10 meals. That was my goal. So make sure I put a lot of veggies. Oh, it's so colorful. So colorful. So we're gonna do 2 kinds of carbs. So we have the sweet potatoes, and I'm also gonna do the rice. So
okay, what I'm saving up for is, I always save up for back then, but I don't have enough, like,
to rinse this off.
9,000, you can make that money. Well, let's do some fast things. I put fast things. Here, you want to see something?
So we're gonna do a big whole cup of rice because he's bulking. So we'll do rice, we'll do more sweet potatoes.
Adrian, we could take him down.
So we're gonna do there you go. So hopefully you can see the rice. Oh, I will try. Hopefully you'll see. So it's gonna be full all cup of rice because it's bulking. This is mostly for people bulking. Bulking. And you can see this is like basmati rice. So good meals for bulking. Now I will also show you the meals for cutting here in a second. So I'm gonna do cutting meals. So you see how I cut. This is how you bulk. You eat like 2 of this in a day or 3. Oh my goodness, you're so full. So this is for bulking. You make sure it's, and the rice I just put little bit of salt and just boiled it. That's it. So that's how it looks. It looks very yummy. And so those are for meals for bulking. So that's done. I am gonna move because I'm gonna move this too for a second because I want to show you guys how to do meals for cutting. How to, if you want to lose weight. This is for bulking. All those men and women who are asking how you want to gain weight, you have to make sure the food is clean eating, no like a lot of oil and stuff like that. Now let's do 3 containers. This is mine and I'm cutting right now. So this is not cutting.
You want to see what happens?
So this is mine. I will show you 3 containers of that. Of somebody who's cutting. So let's move this. And this is for somebody who's cutting. Yes, you need a little bit more protein, but more veggies. Back here, I think. So you need high protein and low. I think this protein is a lot. I have to cut down the protein. So this is for somebody who is cutting. Just one lovely fish there. We're gonna do a little bit of broccoli. Broccoli is really good for you. Like, this is one of the things that I eat a lot when I'm cutting. So broccoli. When you're cutting, you know, some people, they starve themselves, they don't eat. Or if you do fasting, I always encourage you to make sure that you eat all the calories that you're required to eat in a day. Don't just fast and then eat very little. So because when you start when you don't eat enough, you start keep storing the fat, you know, in your body, because you're starving yourself. So make sure you eat enough. It's very important. So here we go. And this is for somebody who's cutting. I am gonna mix that with very little mixed veggies. I love eating it like that. I don't know how you eat yours, but this is how I eat mine. Veggies. So make sure you have plenty of veggies in that plate. Very little carbs. And for the carbs, I just do 2 of these sweet potatoes. That's it. That's all the carbs I need for cutting. So cutting, see how much the difference between the 2 kinds. So very little carbs, and that's how we do it. So you can see the difference between somebody who's bulking and somebody who's not bulking. Let me put them together. So here are the meals. This is for somebody who's cutting. Very little carbs, just 2 sweet potatoes, and that's it. A lot of veggies, you know, see a lot of broccoli, a lot of everything else, and fish, protein. So you can do high protein, high veggies, very low carbs. Then this person is bulking, so this person is gonna have a lot of carbs. If you compare the carbs in this and the carbs in that, is very different. So there you go, people. Meal prep is done.